Okay, so welcome to our sixth week of this semester. We're in module six now. This is actually our last new content before the midterm exam. Did you even know we were that close? I just wanted to make sure to go over a couple of schedule related items first in this introductory syllabus. I'm sorry, introductory video. So let's take a look at the syllabus again. We did this last week as well. Remember, if you go back down to module one, you can find our syllabus there. So I'm going to scroll down to the schedule. Remember, you can always find it right there. So our schedule, again, we are starting this week right here, February 16th, module 6, chapter 5, integers and fractions. This is a big one, integers and fractions, working with negative numbers and working with fractions, a lot of really important content. You're also going to see that this is the main week for competency test B, covering those signed numbers, negative numbers. That's open now. 3 attempts are available, and your third attempt, if you need it, needs to be completed by, you'll see, February 24th. So these are those windows, those ranges to complete those competency tests. We're still, maybe some of you are still finishing competency test A at this point. Again, that's due by the 17th, B 12th through the 24th, and then C is going to open soon, February 19th through March 10th. Why March 10th? Because we have spring break coming up soon as well. So next week, you'll see in module 7, we're actually going to have no new content. Yay! That week is actually reserved for finishing competency test C, or maybe even B if you have to still do that. And then we'll also have an exam review. I'll make sure to have all that material posted for you next week so you know exactly what you need to work on. Now, look ahead. As I've mentioned before, your midterm exam will take place the week of, actually March 2nd through 13th. I kind of give you 2 weeks to deal with this. If you want to take it early during spring break, great. If you want to wait till the week of March 9th, that's fine too. But that takes place on campus with the MCC Testing Center. You'll need to come to campus to take the exam or go to another testing location in your area. If you're not local to Muskegon, just make sure you let me know that as soon as possible. I may, schedule depending, I may also be able to hold an on-campus evening proctoring session myself during that week of March 9th. If I'm able to work that out, I will let you know as soon as I can and get that date and time to you. Once we get back to March 16th, we dive into the second half of the class and into new content. So let's go back into Blackboard. I will scroll back up. So we are in module 6. This is where we are living now. So because we cover 2 main topics here, it's a bit longer of a section, longer chapter with 3 sections. If you look at the PowerPoint slides, we have 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3. So 3 sections. Those, of course, support the videos that I've created. You, of course, have your smart book for all of chapter 5. I also have a couple different manipulatives that I want to point out. Last week, we may have seen these virtual 2-color counter manipulatives. I think I showed these to you in last week's video too. So those are often used to represent positive and negative numbers. Now, the actual manipulative kit, if you have that, those are, I believe, black and red tiles. This virtual one uses yellow and red tiles. It's the same idea, though. You're using 2 different colors to represent those positive and negative numbers. I'll use those in some of the demonstrations that you watch on those videos. I just wanted to make sure you know where those are coming from. The second is a great website for fraction manipulatives. You have fraction manipulatives in your kit, but this is a great one. And I already opened this up and played with it a little bit. You can see here, just with a couple drags and drops, I created 2 fraction bars, one that shows 3/4 and one that shows 6/8, and you can see how those are equivalent. It's easy to make a new bar and plop that right on top and do some filling in with different shading. And right, you can see It's a very easy to work with. It's a great thing for kids too, to just play around and you as well. So I just wanted to make sure to point that out for you as well. Okay, we have our discussion reflections, our videos, again, 3 sections of those, homework. Getting down, oh, before I go any further, I also wanted to note that normally, your smart book and discussion board posts and homework, those have due dates of Mondays. Because we're going into a little bit of a downslide in the work with an exam review and then spring break, I decided to extend some of these dates by a couple days. So you'll notice that the homework for chapter 5 and the Smart Book for Chapter 5. Those are actually due on the 25th, which I believe is a Wednesday, and then you still have your 48-hour grace period. So I give you a couple extra days to get the work for this module in because there's a lot of it to get through to provide just some extra flexibility. Again, we have our competency tests going on, and I just want to make sure to give you all the time that you need. Now, I don't recommend waiting just because there's still exam review work to do, but just wanted to add a little bit of flexibility to your schedules. All right, back into the competency tests. Again, A is due soon if you haven't finished that yet. Sunday of this week, the day that this module is opening, is when the second attempt is due. The third attempt is due on Tuesday, the 17th. Moving on. B, let me just point out those dates. First attempt is due the 18th, second on the 22nd, and the third is due on the 24th. C is going to be opening for you this week on Thursday. The preparation documents are there, just like they have been for the other competency tests. Play around in there. You'll be able to see exactly what types of questions you're going to be asked. And then you'll have 3 attempts again at this one, the 25th, the 1st of March, and then the 3rd of March are when those due dates are going to be. All right. I believe that's all that you need to know to get started on this week's module. Have a great week, and we will talk soon.